God damn. Welcome back, nerds. I'm already making a mess of my desk the moment I hit record. We're back on Elman. We're back in some Project Quorum, and I'm just looking to play something that I can just hit the record button, enjoy some me time in a game that I absolutely love. And I was like, well, what could I possibly do? And I was like, well, there's always the Magic Man. So we're currently in Karana. You know me in Karana. I can't help it. I'm destined to be in this zone, and we're just here to get a little bit of XP. Hopefully make a little bit of money. And we're on our way. Some things have changed. I'm level 36. I have a few new pieces of gear. Was it the Luckland expansion is going. A lot has occurred on Quorum. I'm not going to dive into any of that because I don't care. I don't care. Quorum is my EverQuest home, and that's where we be playing, so that's what we be doing. I have visited the Nexus. I went to the Nexus and checked out the bazaar, and got some things going with the not just the Magic Man, but also got a little treat in the works for you guys with the Paladin. So hopefully we can get some Oswick going. A lot has changed in the spectrum of Oswick. You'll just see. So but yeah, that's currently the plan. I have been down and out for quite a while. I ended up falling clean through a chair and ended up like dislodging. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. A kidney stone, and it has been just a disaster of being on the mend and trying to heal up and waiting for that. I had no idea. It's the first kidney stone I've ever had. So I was in so much pain. A little bit of funny. I was in so much pain because I was like, I told my wife, I was like, we got to go to the doctor. But the nurses come in and they ask you like a bunch of questions, like, hey, you got a history of heart disease, tuberculosis, all that shit. And the lady said, how tall are you? And I was like, oh, I'm around 6-footish. And she was like, how much do you weigh? And I was in so much pain. All I said was a lot. And I actually made her laugh out loud. But so I'm on medication for that. So I got a little bit of medicine head, but the pain has died down a bit. I had no idea. Like, I was like, okay, well, kidney stone, I mean, as long as you're pounding fluids, it should be out of your system in no time, right? Then I Googled it, and it was like it can take weeks or even like a month for it to pass, and it just kind of happens on its own. So, eat these drugs and good luck. So it's not the greatest situation, but it is my situation, and we're gonna take it with a grain of salt, if you will, and keep on keeping on. But I know a lot of people on the channel are waiting for the fisherman stuff. It is in the works. I am in the editing phase of that, and well, there's probably going to be a lot of people that are disappointed. I'm going to put the video out anyway, but disclaimer, because I'm a big fan of the Tree of Trust. I hate Mr. Pandaria World of Warcraft. I just fucking hate it. It's no fun. It's not fun. And if that's your game, if that's your jam, if that's your thing, go nuts, nerd. But it's not for me. And EverQuest has been my comfort game for quite some time. EverQuest and old school RuneScape are my go-to me time games, and that's what I've been needing. Life has been busy. Life sucking up all your precious time, and well, I just want to sit down, grind, and enjoy. And for me, that is best in EverQuest. And we've got unfinished business on Norath. What we're working on right now is probably obsolete. I probably don't need to be hunting for the things that I'm hunting for, doing the things that I'm doing. But we have ourselves some giant toes, and we've got ourselves a shovel. So right now we're just working up the monies. We're just working up the monies to be able to buy a ruby. So we can get our hands on a ruby, which is like 100 and some platinum. And we're going to get ourselves the shovel of Ponce. And that is going to be the goal for this here episode. So as long as that takes to get done, to make the monies, we're at 75 platinum. I need 100 and some platinum. But we're going to be getting after it. That is today's goal. I still haven't got the damn torch. I do, however, I think it's in my bank. I have the Stein. I also was running through Fadark and killed some fairies, and they ended up dropping the twice woven cloak. So I don't need the mage's cloak, but I might do that just to be like, you know what? I did it. I did it. I got it done. In the magic man department, okay, we'll take that scroll and we'll take the drugs. In the magic man department, I was able to get my research going, and we got ourselves the minor conjuration of fire for the level 34 spells. So research is going pretty good in the magic man department. It took me a while. It's taking me time to get back into the swing of things. But we're up to 96 in research, so that's working out. I swapped out Marigold's Tome. It's just got so many fucking negatives. I just don't like all the negatives that come with it. I know that it's got higher intelligence and higher mana, making it objectively a better tome. But I'm tired of taking the damn thing off every time. Okay, he likes me. And we'd beat the brakes off that tree. I'm tired of taking the tome off every time I want to vendor. Every time I want to sell something, I got to take that damn tome off, and I forget all the time. So right now we're just we're gathering up XP as well as fine steel weapons. So, and I know that there's probably better places, but this is what I was closest to, and I was like, this is what's happening. And maybe if we get lucky, we could come across... That guy scared the shit out of me. We could come across Quillmane, get ourselves a cloak, although not incredibly necessary, because we are the Magic Man. And I think that the next spell bracket, I believe we get a ring that lets us levitate. But... Wait, which fucking scroll is it? I know that there's scrolls that you turn in. I thought it was these. Tanned split paw skin. Maybe that's not it. Is it this? This notice rolled up. Ugh. I don't know. I'm gonna take one of each. I guess I'll Google the quest and we'll learn together. Hopefully we got enough juice for this nerd. But it had been a while since we did some EverQuesting. I know some people have seen me online and seen me playing. And they're like, video win. Video win. So this is going to be some of that second screen bullshit. Some more of that long form content stuff that you guys have come to enjoy. There's going to be probably somebody who's like, ugh, thumbs down. Go ahead and thumbs down. If you don't like long form content, you don't like EverQuest, it's not your jam. This isn't for you. You can just close out the video and you can go watch Asmongold or whatever it is that you want to do. You can check out some Josh Strife Hayes. You know, you can go over and watch classic EverQuest do the exact same thing but with a different character. And we're taking the drugs. I don't need rainwater. Is it? Oh, we've got company. That's good to see you. Shout out former glory. That's okay. That one's all yours. You've got to be... Wait a minute. How do you have a elemental pet as a halfling? What is going on here? Druid? How do you... What is that? What is following you? The druid gets elemental pets? Or maybe they have an item. So much has changed in the spectrum of like what's new for Quorum or, you know, Lucklin, Velius, those expansions and stuff. And I know I'm late to the party. I don't care. But we're in new territory for me. Like the classic stuff is what I'm most familiar with, and I'm not even like super good at that. There's people shouting all over the place that they're passing out hand jobs to the Devil's Army for a KEI, and just selling their soul in the Nexus for a buff, which I guess is like, it's basically like Clarity, but on crack for like a really long time. And with the Bazaar, like, I have reservations about the Bazaar. Auction houses, they're not my thing. I running through the EC tunnel and seeing that there's nobody there. There's nobody hawking their goods. There's not that good player interaction, of being, of supply and demand. Now you just go to the Bazaar, you type /Baz, and then, you right click on Nerd's name until you find him in the gaggle of assholes, and then you buy your goodies and you go away. And there's no wheel and deal. So there are aspects of it that I go, I don't really like that. But I know a lot of people do. I know there's a lot of people that, that love this, this era of the game. And for me, it's relatively new. Like, I don't know anything about being over on, Velius, or, I don't know a whole lot about going to the moon, and what all is going on there. So at some point in time, I'll have to, be like, okay, we're going to check out a Space Kitty. And I had considered, starting a new character to be like, okay, we're going to check this out. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Let's just play the Mage. There's unfinished business with the Magic Man. He's a favorite. I mean, he's a villain. He's a mage. So, you got to bear that in mind. You got to be like, okay, he's kind of a piece of shit because he's a magician. But I got things that need doing. Oh my gosh, we just blasted the pants right off of that. This is the best part about the magician, is killing enemies is easy. That's my favorite part. Oh man. It feels good. It feels good to be back on Norath. Feels good to be back in familiar territory. I could probably go inside of Split Paw and do God's work, but we're just gonna relax outside. We're just gonna make some monies and get a little bit of XP. I do have experience potions from whenever, like, they gave out experience potions. Looks like I've used some of them. I don't really care about all that. I mean, that's more for like if I'm going to get into a group, and they're doing all the work and I'm just like, go pet, go, with the occasional nuke, and then, drop an Inferno shield on the tank or whoever. This guy's dark blue. We'll juice up a bit. And we'll go ahead and do a little burnout on our boy here. Get him burn out, get a little bit of mana. What was mana rock? Inferno shield. And then we'll sit down. He's a little wounded, but we're going to go ahead and send him in while we get that delicious mana. Scoot up close enough to, get in on the action. Get in on the action. Old zone cab about to beat the brakes off of the I don't even know how to say that. The knoll. Dirty ass knolls. Maybe we'll get a little bit of mana. Enough to drop the old nuke, make it a one-sided fight. Boom. All right. Surefire victory for zone. I wish you could name your pet. That's something I have a problem with. I want to name my pet. I was playing long time ago, 8 months ago, when I was playing Pantheon. I actually had a summoner, and I summoned a pet whose name was actually Loser. And I wish that I could have kept that pet forever. There's a distinct possibility that you'll hear my little boy in the background, or he'll come up and ask me a question. But that's life, guys. That be life. That be my current situation. Oh, the coffee is delicious. Wife's got a couple of days off in a row here, so I should be able to get some work done. Looking forward to that. Most of these, I'm just, there'll be different segments. So if there's time hops and stuff like that, I'll catch you up. But, if I got to go AFK or whatever the case may be, whatever it is, we'll get through it together. But she got a couple of days off. Most of these videos, though, are going to be just me doing what I'm doing right now, running my mouth, talking about nothing, some grandiose second screen bullshit. If you're new to the channel and you're like, what the fuck is this? This is not my first rodeo in this department of video. It is not high quality. It is not high quality editing that I am, I would say moderately okay at. This is the the dumpster fire videos of EverQuest. The hero's journey of my characters on Quarm, which I know that there's a lot of people. I've had a lot of people DM me. I've had a lot of people reach out to have me talk on the legalities of the hero's journey, the stuff that went down with Project Quarm, the stuff that went down, with retail and with the the EMU servers and all that. And I'm going to be 100% honest. Secrets, if you're watching this, I appreciate everything you've done for Project Quarm. You did what you had to do. I'm on your side. Apart from that, I have no dog in the fight. I had said in one of my EverQuest Let's Talk videos that there's nothing stopping retail EQ or live EQ from coming in and bringing the banhammer, which there was a small part of me when all this started to happen that was like, oh shit, I should just shut the fuck up and stop making videos about EverQuest on EMU servers and just enjoy them, and make friends and play the game. But obviously, in reality, it can't come, that can't come down on me. You can blame me in the comments. You want to blame somebody? Go ahead and blame me in the comments. That's fine. But as far as how I feel about all of it, it sucks. End of the day, it sucks ass. It sucks ass what happened to the hero's journey. It sucks ass, the conformities that Project Quarm had to go through. But Quarm is still here. Quarm is here, and I'm able to play, and for that, thank you. Apart from that, that's gonna be my take on the situation. I have, however, since canceled my infinite subscription to Live EverQuest. I am no longer a paying customer for a service that I don't use. And just me personally, I will never use it. Live EverQuest is my least favorite EverQuest, and I don't like how everything went down. That's just me personally. It's my own personal opinion on it. You can like it or not. But this is my safe space, so I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. All right. Enough of the dumb shit. Back to the fucking Knolls. If you've got some shit concerning the situation, you feel free to run your mouth in the comment section. Try your best to keep it clean. YouTube terms of service will shut you down if you're vulgar and say a bunch of terrible shit. They'll shut you down before I ever even see the comment. So, as always, do your best to articulate a complete fucking thought. Other than that, knock yourself out. All right, that was a long enough awkward silence. Oh man, our boy is beating the brakes off these nerds. I don't know. I still have questions. I still have questions concerning the Magic Man and the Magic Man's pet. Like right now, I don't know if I can get a zoom in on him. He's got, if you can see, he's got little swords. He's holding two little swords, and it's just him holding the sword of runes. Like, I don't know what weapons to cram in the hands of. What is creeping around? Get the hell out of here, Trent, before we start a bonfire. Like, what weapons are, like, best to summon for him? Because, you know, as a magician, I can summon the sword of runes. I've got the staff of symbols. There's just a whole bunch of them. I think there's like a dagger I could do as well. The spear of warding. Like, I'm just, so far it's just been, you know, the highest level one I can do, except for the staff. I guess like the highest level one that he can dual wield. But still, I'm not 100% sure on what's, you know, what's good in that department. And I think if I remember correctly, because I'm pretty sure someone has told me, I'm just an idiot. Someone has said, you know, just use the quickest weapon, you know, whatever has the smallest attack delay, and go from there. All right, I had to help the wife with something. Okay, we swapped over to the fire pet. Everybody, go ahead and welcome Coben in. And we're going to take him for a whirl. A lot of people are like, use the fire pet, use the fire pet, use the fire pet. So we're just gonna blast the brakes off of some nerds and keep on keeping on. And this style of play, like if I'm able to hold aggro and my pet like not take aggro, then you know, that is a dynamic. Now I have his taunt on right now, but that's a dynamic I'm accustomed to. That is shaman play. Hit him with the rots, run the fuck away, let your pet chew him to death. That went really fast, and he was dark blue. That, boy, we ripped him up. Okay, fire pet, got it. All right. I also gave him swords and hit him with burnout, so he should be good to go. And we're just gonna keep collecting the drugs. I got some people moving in on my camp here, but that's okay. That kind of shit doesn't really bother me. Like, obviously, if I'm fighting a monster and they come up and help, I'm going to be like, thanks. And then if they're like, you know what, I'm going to stick around and attack everything you touch. And then I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, nerd? You want a group? But that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. There's a Shadow Knight running around here, Solfina, who's, you know, traipsed through the area and murdered a couple of the gnolls that are big air quotes in my camp, in my area. But that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me. I mean, this is open field stuff. You know, there she is over there just doing God's work as being a dark elf Shadow Knight. You know, because Fashion Quest. That's why. Why dark elf Shadow Knight? Fashion Quest. That's the only reason. I guess they have better mana, I would assume, than the other Shadow Knights, barring the erudite. But yeah, that kind of shit doesn't really bother me a whole lot. You know, play the game and have fun. I'm just glad you're here. You're enjoying some EverQuesting. I do have the Zeal map stuff. I had to reinstall the client completely, do the auto patcher, all that shit. I had to reset up my UI for all my characters, and go through the whole spiel. And I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know where I fucked the pooch. I don't know where I shit the bed. I don't know where I zapped the fabulous right out of my setup. But I can no longer see my mana down here under my hit points, and that sucks. So I don't know what to do. I've poked around in the settings as much as I can. Like, there's no like display mana bar, so I don't know what I did in the process of reinstallation. But I screwed it up. And now we're stuck with with just the blue bar, and that's okay. That's okay. Man, that was a good bit of fire. All right, get in there and fuck his ass up. Do you like this here, like this, like doing this kind of stuff? This is how shamans play. This is how, or do you just root rot the fuck out of it? Like, you just juke away and let your pet tear it up while your rats are doing their thing. So we're gonna toss a shaka blades in there, shaka spikes, and that'll be the end of this confrontation, if you will. And I can't even beat a motherfucker with a book. And we've got another scroll, but it says they're all lore items, and I thought I could only carry one of those. Unless they're all different. Wait a minute. What's this one say? Does this say something? The volume history of the idiots, volume 4. Volume 3, the history of the idiots. Okay, so they are different. They are different. I don't know which ones you turn in. I know that there's a nerd in in Qeynos that you can turn them in. Shaboom. And I'll have to Google it. I know I think there's a guy in both North and South Qeynos that you can give the scrolls to. I've never done the quest, so I'm gonna hang on to them. We're gonna find out which piece of fucking paper he wants. You're going nowhere, nerd. You're getting that ass beat. Yeah, that's right. This is how we magician, baby. All right. And we got another one. And it's letting me loot them, so, I mean, whatever it is, okay. I don't know how much, like, alright, we're gonna let you have it. Are you taking that one? Are you gonna hit it? Because if not, I'm gonna fucking nuke the shit out of him. I mean, I don't... Are you swinging? Are you even attacking? Or am I just so far away I don't see the animation? I am so sorry. Sorry about that. That was my bad. No, you're good. No, you were good. See, just be nice to people. It's all good. It's all good. You're fine. You were standing there. I was far enough away. It's EverQuest. I couldn't tell if you guys were fighting or having a stare down. That's okay. We're medding. I'm grabbing mana. I don't, that's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me to get mad about people coming in. Like, I wonder why that level 39 was killing these gnolls. They must be green to him. No clue. Maybe he's got a thing against gnolls. What the fuck do I know? If he does, him and I are on the same page. We're on the same page, baby. Anyway, yeah, that stuff doesn't bother me. I don't really care. As long as someone's not being an asshole about it. Like if they want to come in and like try to take over your camp. Like I don't consider, and I guess I can clarify. In open field, it's a little less, like I'm not camping the entire spires. But if I'm in a group and we're in fucking unrest, basement, then I might be like, hey man, what are you guys doing? Like you can't just come in and like take over somebody's spot. That's that small dick energy. Like don't do that. Oh my gosh, the fire pet was the way to go. Like, goodness. I know the community a while ago was like, they were all yelling at me. I don't know what fucking pieces of paper this nerd wants. I would assume it would be the lore ones. What do I know? But if it's in like a, I don't want to say contested or congested area. If you're in an actual instance, you're in an actual dungeon, then yeah, don't be a piece of shit. But for the most part, like that's not that's not going down on Quarm. At least via my experience. It was pretty cool though, because I haven't played Elman in a very long time. It's been a minute. But I logged in, I ran through the area, I was on my way here, and someone immediately was like, Elman, are you streaming? And that was awesome. That felt good. You know, just stroke my ego a little bit, if you will. I mean, what else is it? To be like, yeah, they remember me. But yeah, I thought that was cool. I do have a very distinct name with the character though as well. It's a hell of a lot better than them being like, this piece of shit has returned. How much do the drugs sell for? I could take all the leaves and stuff like that and be like, oh, I'm going to send those over to my, it's gold, that's some platinum occasionally. And send them over to my shaman to be like, ooh, we're going to start alchemy. But I'd rather have the money. Which it's dumb because I could be like, oh, well, I'm going to use them to raise my alchemy and then take my alchemy and then, make potions and then sell the potions. But then, like, there was somebody telling me that you've got to make, like, a trader account to use, like, the bazaar. You like, use a different account to, like, make the trader person or something. And then you set that person in the bazaar because when you use the trader, like, if I were to take Elman and go into the Nexus or into the bazaar, did they pick that knoll up? Is that my knoll or is somebody fighting that knoll? Mind my fucking business, lion. It would then log me out. Like if you buy like the trader's satchel and then you're like, you fill it full of goodies. I've never done it. So a lot of this is speculation. Somebody was telling me about it. Oh man, he cracked the shit out of me. You stop that. You stop that. You don't hit old Coben. But if I were to do that with Elman and be like, ooh, all the goodies that, we've earned along the way, I'm gonna sell. But if I do that and I open the trade thing, let's turn taunt off and see if we can do like a little bit of kiting here. We'll make sure that he's not taunting anyone. He may grab him anyway just because he's melee. Like, but hopefully my big fire spell was enough to be like, ooh, you want to chase me? Ooh, you're gonna get me. Ooh, you're gonna get me. You're so close to getting me. But it logs you out, and I was like, well, in that case, uh-oh. Get some mana. Then I can't fucking play the game. So it's like, okay, maybe I'll buy like a trader's bag and do that shit when I'm gonna log off and go to bed. But other than that, like, I'm not doing all that. Yeah, it's a lore item, and you already have one. It's EverQuest. I bet it's those. I bet it's those stupid ass lore items, and it's like, oh, well, you got to carry like a couple of different ones. You can only get like one of each of the volume of, how to spank your knoll, and then you go turn those in. And it's probably not these, because this is, fear not, my brethren, we have taken this home, and we shall, do debaucherous things, but then we'll start a cult. It'd be really nice if it was these, but like most quest items and stuff like that are not just lore, it's also like a no drop item, like bandit sashes or knoll teeth. So I don't know. I could Google it. I could take a moment. I gotta adjust my ass on my chair. I could Goog it and give it the old Goog, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing that. All right, we're also up to 57% XP, and I'm not using a potion right now. I guess we'll get some mana back. We'll med up for, you guys. It'll be just a second. All right, that's good enough. Back to zapping a nerd. Grabbing up some fine steel weaponry. And making that money. Making the monies. You're going to get so close. You're gonna get so close, but you're not gonna get it. And now you're gonna run away. And die. Burn and die. I should take, like, my monies and, like, when I, like, get a lot of monies, I waste money on dumb shit, like, doing the quest, like, to be like, oh, I'm gonna get to shovel the ponds. Like, I probably don't fucking need it, but I'm gonna get it anyway, because I have the Stein, and I also want to go do the quest for the Stein, but that requires, like, some frost giant toes or some other weird hoodoo hidden around Norath. And I also want to still, you know, try to find the torch. I would like to have the items just to have them, just to say that I did it. Like, but I don't know if they're, like, if they're obsolete, like, do I absolutely need it? Probably not. Because I could probably, you know, take the monies that I'm making, you know, to be like, oh, well, I'm going to get a couple hundred plat and go to the bazaar and, you know, just jack up my mana bar. I mean, Elman's not sitting in a bad spot. You know, we have 148 intelligence. We, you know, we're looking good. We're looking smart. We're looking crisp. We look like we got an 830 credit score. But we could always be better. We could always have better stuff. Like, I don't think, like, Elman is, like, I don't know if, like, he's considered twinked. Maybe he's considered twinked. I've got some decent gifts from, you know, some friends, you know, people that have been super generous, not just with, you know, items, but also with their time. So yeah, we're looking good. We're not so twinked to a point where the, you know, the gameplay be boring. I know someone is like, it's fucking classic EverQuest. It's like, boring is how it's described. That's how do you describe EverQuest? Boring. Not for me, damn it. And the, you know, the 1,000 other people playing, the 1,100 other people playing. I should point that out. We should talk about that. That's something we should bring up, is because Quarm now has a cap of like 1,200 players or something. I think it's like 1,200 players. And if you're seeing this video and you're like, oh my God, I got that EQ itch, man. I got to get out there. I got to get on Norath. We're going to be getting after it. Don't. Don't you ever try to find fucking common ground with me. Because if I go to log in and there's a queue, I'm going to be pissed. I'm just kidding. We'll go ahead and turn that into a YouTube short. I don't know what the spawn rate is of the node. It's probably because there's a couple people here. There's me. There's the monk. It looks like there's some other people here. Sprinkling in. I thought Solfina was level 29. Did Solfina? Maybe they were 27. Maybe they gained a level. Boom. I doubt a 29 Shadow Knight got wrecked by the old knolls of the Spire. Is he holding a weapon? I think he is. I think he got a little dagger. I'm gonna have that fine steel dagger, nerd. I'm gonna have it. Yep. Turn back around. Eat a shock of spikes. Off to Disneyland. Sensational. Oh, that's not really a pillar. I can see right through that. Boom. That's right. Eat shit. Crap. I hate it when I feel like if you fizzle a spell. Oh, you're not touching me, nerd. You can put your filthy ass no hands on this fucking. You look at this robe. You know how expensive this robe is. This robe is worth more than your entire clan's life savings. You touch my fucking robe, nerd. All right, let's see if I can get him to wield this in his main hand. Give. Okay, well he put it on, but it's in his offhand. So I don't know. It's got a quick delay. I guess we'll see. If not, like, who gives a shit? He's whipping ass. We'll try it out on this guy here. All right. Does he still got burnout? He does have burnout. We'll drop the big fire Boom. We'll send him in, give him the dagger a dropping, give him the business. Doesn't look a whole hell of a lot different. It looks very much the same. Maybe it's because he's still wielding the, you know, the rune sword of whatever the fuck it may be in his main hand. I don't even know what my own stuff is called. All right. And he's got a good enough lead to where we can just sit down. Let him fight it out. I didn't check. Maybe that was a secondary only. Maybe it was a secondary only weapon. What I do know, what I can tell you is that Knoll didn't stand a fucking chance. All right, back to mana gathering. And this is kind of what this video is going to be, is just blips in time. Just little quick blips of me being like, oh, I'm out of mana. I'm going to turn the recorder off. And then I'm like, oh, I got mana. Let's blow some shit up. Let's turn the recorder back on. Here's something else that I discovered is in my settings. I have the music volume at 15. And when I go to the Nexus, or I make way to, I guess over in Luckland, the moon, Lukalin, whatever the fuck it's called, whatever place of war, Lana, the music goes from like normal music, at 15% music volume to just jacked to 110%. Like, I don't know what's going on, but, every time I go to the Nexus, I just end up turning the music off. Listen, I didn't make I'm not a fucking paladin. I'll loot the bodies of the fallen. I will take their things. I should stop worrying about taking their things and just sit my ass down and get that mana. And since I still got 7 minutes of Phantom Chain, let's do that real quick, and hopefully something terrible doesn't just walk up behind me and one shot my paper thin mage ass. Because I tell you that much, like of my characters, if the enemy can get to me, which is not always easy for the enemy because I have pets and bad magics, but if the enemy can get to me, like the magician is paper thin compared to Oswick. I also considered checking out a wizard, but I feel like it's like being a magician, but with just like bigger damage spells and no pet. It's like what flavor of damage you want to nuke the enemy with. But it does sound fun. It does sound interesting. You know, a different dynamic rather than being like, I'm going to cast magic and hide like a little bitch behind my pet. Because that's kind of what the, I'm going to turn my mic down so I'll adjust volumes in recording if need be. But, as a magician, you know, you send in the pet, you throw out the nukes, you know, you do your best to keep it on the pet, and you know, heal your pet or resummon, you know, reclaim energy and resummon the pet or whatever the case may be. And as a wizard, I feel like that's more of like the root and nuke, and that does sound interesting. That does sound like a more fun dynamic to playing magic user. I would also say that the druid, but I feel like the druid is very akin and obviously not 100%. There's going to be somebody to be like, no, but, like the druid, very akin to the shaman. Like you dots, you rats, you know, you root, you know, or you panic the animal, you like slow the animal, and then you scare the animal, and then you rot the animal, and then you're like, I'm going to follow it, you know, or whatever it is. It's along that same dynamic of play style, whereas the wizard would be more of a, you know, I'm going to blast the pants, you know, off this piece of shit. And I am interested. You guys can let me know. You can be like, yeah, make another brand new character, you idiot. Boom. Oh man, Burnout just wore off. That's okay. Like he whips enough ass. He doesn't need Burnout to beat this scrub. Like look at the damage. Look at the damage. Like, this is the part where it's like, okay, I've nuked the mob. Then I guess it's, you fall back on rooting it to the ground and then, just re-blasting it. And then if it breaks root, you're like, oh, run away and root it again. Which you could be like, dude, that sounds dumb as hell. But I mean, if you think about melee characters, it's get a group or, fight your niche of enemy. Beastlord also got pretty good gameplay, but I think it would be along the lines of, like, I don't know, I don't have a high level Beastlord, but fighting alongside your pet, like maybe like going back and forth of who's tanking, but you're also like up there in the fight, and that I like that idea as well, as far as like a play style. The problem with the druid is the same case scenario that I have with the shaman. I don't want to fucking heal. I don't want to heal. I know they're good at it. I know the druid's good at healing. I know that, bringing the heals is a thing. I just don't want to do it. I don't like it. It's not for me, and that's okay. The guys out there that are healers, like Orez loves being a cleric. And that's perfectly fine. Play what you love. But so shall I. and a cleric ain't it. If I want to heal, I'll just make a fucking cleric. I'll just make a cleric and go with that. Be like, Orez, give me all all your hand-me-down shit, because I don't want to work for it. I don't want to do any. I want low effort. All right. Well, we're not full up, but there's a nerd with a scimitar, and I'm gonna need that scimitar now. I'm going to need that delicious fine steel, and you're going to give it to me. It's obviously not the best. It's not the best money camp, but like I said, when, I started playing, this is where I was. So this is like what I was closest to. I know that obviously I'm bound in, the fire pots, so I can kind of go like anywhere. And then of course with the Nexus, like, I could go, wherever I want. But, I don't have to defend why I'm here. Oh, man. It's so good to see, like, hidden enemies for fucking 200 and some damage. And then just, the damage of the pet. Big damage. I'm looking forward to it getting better. Yeah, that was super quick. Like, the kills are always quicker with the magician as opposed to like the other classes I have. I don't want to say all other classes because like they're obviously, there are people that probably are so geared, like they're able to just like twink out a warrior and then just take a shit on enemies. Boom. What's his? Does he got? Yeah, he still got burnout. He's still working his way through it. And this, like, if I turn taunt on, like, the pet gets like a couple, like, doesn't get as many like free punches before like turns around, and then that nerd takes 2-3 swings on him, and then boom, I blast his ass into oblivion. Now, to be fair, they're light blue, some of them. And now you're gonna make us look bad. I'm just over here giving you props, man. It's like the tail of the tape of your greatest misses. And we loot the drugs, and off we go. I cannot deny the dopamine enjoyment of blasting shit to death with a magician. And that's why I think like a wizard, like, I don't think the magician really doesn't show up with much else, at least for my experience with the magician. I don't know if the dynamic changes the higher level you become. But for my time as the magic man, like, it's throw spells, send in pet, you know, be about thy fucking business. You know, you're not really contributing much else to the party other than, like, unless of course you got like a super weird group where your earth pet happens to be the tank, and if that's the case, you know, that's a weird group. But with a wizard, there's no option. You're either the taxi cab, the evac, you know, and you're bringing the POW. That's what you got. That's what you're offering the team, which I suppose is the if you step back and take a peek at the Trinity as a whole, kind of whatever it is, you know, you're either damage, you know, or not. The rogue could say the very same thing. He brought blades. He will kill for you. This man will kill for you. Unlike the shaman is in, like, that's why in some of my early videos about, you know, Destin and playing the shaman, you're a weird ass puzzle piece in this, you know, this trifecta of, you know, the Holy Trinity, you know, that is MMORPGs. Because you buff, you heal, you know, you can do dots, you can, you know, account for some degree of damage. You're no damage dealer in regards to, you know, what a magician, a rogue, a wizard, an enchanter, you know, these other characters, you know, can do. But like it's like sit down and buff. You know, you buff the party, you sit your ass back down and occasionally play healer, you know, if the case you know, requires it. I don't want to keep picking these things up if they're not it. I can almost guarantee it's the lore. You know what? We're gonna gamble. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll just destroy them. It's not the reason I'm fucking here anyway. I'm gonna destroy all these ones that look like spell scrolls. We're gonna get rid of all these, and we're gonna turn in these other lore ones, because I don't think that those are it. All right, back to sitting down, back to gathering up mana. Now we're gathering up mana and HP. Oh, we got a knoll too. I think the other people have kind of moved on. I haven't seen anybody here in a second. Yeah, it's just me out here. Oh, there's a wizard out here too. He's looking for group. 32 wizard looking for group, and a 31 shaman. They should group up and head down into Split Paw and not kill things around the spire. That's what they should do together. They'd be quite the dynamic duo. How much chump change? You know, the money's moving up. It's moving up. Plus we've got well, how many fine steel thingies do we have here? Well, the dimensional hole is probably the best place to put them. Yeah, we're gonna make a little tidy sum. We're gonna make a little tidy sum. And we got a fine steel dagger. Nice. Plus we've got all our the drugs to sell. That'll work out nice for us. And XP's moving. It's not moving super fast. That's okay. That's okay. We're up to 76%. I can't for the life of me fucking remember what it was when I logged in and started playing and started recording. But the XP bar is moving to the right, and that's all I give a shit about. When things die, it says you've gained experience, and that makes me happy. Okay. Managed to get another scroll there. I nuked one before turning the recorder back on. So we've got, wait, what the fuck is the volume histories #1? Okay, whatever. I no longer know what's going on with the damn scrolls. As I mentioned earlier, and I got interrupted because that filthy ass knoll was going to touch me. When an enemy resists your spell as a magic user, I think all magic users, any magic user, if the enemy resists your spell, I think it would be cool if you got, like, refunded a little bit of the mana. Like, if it was like, it didn't need to be a lot, 10, 15%, something like that. You know, just so it's, you know, maybe it sucked a little less, just like right there. He resisted the spell, and, you know, it still just ate up my mana. I mean, it doesn't matter that he's, you know, hell-bent on chasing me in a circle. Because, you know, I still got the pet to chew his ass up. But, yeah, I think it would be nice. Not that it will ever occur. It was just a thought. All right, we got ourselves a Morning Star and some split paw gloves. Those are nice. I suppose we'll stick those in a bag somewhere. You know, we'll gift to somebody at some point. You know, maybe we'll come across you know, a druid, or I don't even know what they're good for. What the fuck? What's the stats? Dex and wisdom, yeah. Pass those off to a young doodad. And we're back to gathering mana because that filthy piece of shit resisted my spell. We'll do that. We'll get a little closer. See if we can hit him before he gets close to the other one. Oh, it's going to be a 2-for-1 sale. No, it's not. We're going to miss. We're going to be interrupted because we were standing still. Because we were touching grass with our feet. Your spell's been interrupted because you touch things with your hands. That's fine. There's another knoll right here. We'll blast his ass into oblivion. Boom. What would I do if, you know, I pulled two of them? I would just use my fucking J boots and run in a circle. You know, let my pet do his thing. Worst case scenario, I open a bag, I whip out the old broom, and I reclaim energy. And then I, you know, do whatever it is. But that's not a thing. Because, you know, we are Magic Man, and he's joined the Choir Invisible. We'll take the drugs and be about our business. Obviously, I am not the optimal, you know, magician player. But I do have fun with it. Even if I'm not good at it, I do enjoy it. So there's that. That doesn't mean anything. What does that even mean? It's a good thing that skill isn't a requirement for fun. Otherwise, there'd be a lot of us that'd be like, yeah, we're not allowed to play that. Because I love it, man. I love the fuck out of it, but I suck, so I'm not allowed to. Oh, shit. Shout out to everybody everywhere who had to warm the bench during sports. Fuck. This has been just cozy as a motherfucker. Obviously, there's probably better spots. You know, there's better places to get after that XP. But there's something about the good old dad camp. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Don't you do it. Don't you touch me, nerd. That's just, it's just therapeutic. You know? just hanging out in a spot, watching the null population dwindle. It's the best. It's the best because, you know, because in the end, these fucking peasants of the field, fuck them. That's why. You come out here, you murder them, you take their drugs, you know, and you sell it on the black market. Not really. I'm just going to vendor it. But you guys know what I'm saying. Out here sharing the field with the horse people. Karana's such a shithole. It's just a place of shitters. And also we're just slowly chipping away at that next level. And that's gonna feel good. I'm not taking that piece of paper. Fuck that piece of paper. We're not taking that one. We're only... Oh, Elman. Come on, nerd. There we go. That's plenty of mana. That's enough mana for one little field shitter. Like, he doesn't have the power to take us. Even with 50% HP and 8% mana, he's not whipping no ass. He's taking out nobody. But we're gonna gather up this level. We'll go do a turn in. We'll check out how our cash is. So we got 4 of the scrolls to turn in. I don't know what the reward is. I think you get like an earring or something. I think there's an earring. I should look it up. I don't even know what the quest is called. I guess I could just look up the item. Tanned split paw skin. Okay. Let's goog that. All right, tanned split paw skin. Wow, there's there are 6 versions of the scrolls. The ones that are open, that look like kind of like a spell scroll, are not per quest. Okay, so good. That's a good thing that I got rid of those. And the other ones appear to be the ones for the quest, the ones that are like rolled up, the ones that I currently have. And those go to a nerd. Yeah, there's a nerd in North and South Qeynos. He's trying to add shit to his collection. And then what's the reward? Karanis tier. Oh, he's an earring with 5 stamina. That's nothing to. What's the other guy give you? What's the guy in North Qeynos give you? You get a compilation, and then the Paul book, and then why the fuck would I want a collection of Knoll lore? We're absolutely gonna give them to Edvard in South Qeynos. Oh, you can learn the deep. Oh, the game lagged. You can learn the deep lore of the Knolls. Pass. I'm good. You know what I'd like to learn? I'd like to fuck those Knolls. Boom. Oh, we got him. And he's... Oh! You fucking piece of chip. How dare thee strike me? He's not gonna peel off. I did way too much damage. Alright, we can close all my bags. Brother Quinn, good to see you. Okay, so there's another one. We already have it, so there's old Jutsu Master himself. You want to show me that you're a badass on EverQuest? You want to show me that you're the best? Come out here and solo Brother Quinn. Go on, take on Brother Quinn, 1v1. Some bard out there that's like, challenge accepted. I ran in a circle for 11 days in real life. All right. Back to gathering the good mana. And we're super close to Ding. And that's going to feel awesome. That's always good. That always feels good. I'm always like, oh man, fuck yes, when I get a level in EverQuest. But then I'm like, oh no, I need to get safe XP. Because what if I make a stupid choice, which I'm prone to doing, like panic running through Kern's Tower, or making dumb choices, because I'm a panic runner. I'm like, I don't want to lose my levels. So like I do everything in my power to be like, I got to get like 15 to 20% XP before, I'm like, okay, now we're going to go somewhere dangerous. Does anybody else do that? Probably. Well, probably not. Most of the people that are playing are like really good at the game. So probably just my dumb ass. There should be enough mana to get that level. Let's get that level. Let's get that sweet that sweet fucking ding noise, baby. Get in there, Coben. Something else that I like, a quality of life thing that I absolutely love, is your pets go through zones with you now. And that is sensational. That sucked. Having to resummon your pet every time you went through a zone. That was terrible. Come on, level 37. Let me hear it. I don't think he's going to be enough. Oh, hey, Weekend went off. We got him with the Weekend. Nope. Not yet. But I think we got enough mana to get it done. This time around. Was this guy? Yeah, he's dark blue. We'll kill him as well. Boom. Then we'll do that. Send in the pet. And I should have done enough damage right there. Then my pet will be very hard pressed without taunt. to get him to turn around. Ooh, I think that nerd over there's got a fine steel greatsword. That'd be fantastic. That'd be sensational for my pocket monies. Come on, Coben, get him to run away. That'll boy. That's right. Let the fire smother your body. Come on, level. Oh my goodness, we're so close. We're so close. That's a lore item. I've already got one. We don't need that. Oh yes. Oh yes. Mana down a little bit. I don't know why I'm trying to get so damn close to him. I'm a mage. Get him with it. Boom. Oh, this is it. This is it. The XP knoll. Give me that damn fine steel greatsword, nerd. I need that monies. Oh. You love to see it. You love to see it. And we're encumbered. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Where's that greatsword at? Put that in the dimensional pocket. Do that. There we go. No longer encumbered. With one weight to go. All right. We're going to go sell. We're going to run all the way. We're going to make the run all the way to Qeynos to turn in the scrolls. And we'll do a bit of selling there as well, because we're loved there. I don't have every spell with Elman. I'm not worried about getting every spell with Elman, because there's just a lot of stuff that's just like I'm not going to use that shit. But there is a spell. I think you buy it in. I'd have to check the PQDI, but there's a spell, Summon Monster, that is a Velius expansion spell. And do I need it? No, I don't need it. But it's like the description is like you summon a monster from like basically like the zone that you're in, and he is your pet. Like he acts as your pet, and I think that would just be neat to see what we get. Like playing some EQ fucking Pokemon to be like, yeah, I brought me a beetle this time, guys. Just to check it out. So I might see where that's at. I might Google where that is and go check that out. Which I think that it's probably in Shadow Keep, Shadow Hold, Shadow Fortress. I don't know. The fucking town connected to the Nexus. We'll learn together. Also, depending on how much monies we've got. Because I think a ruby is like, it's like 150 platinum. And that's like, I mean, objectively, it's a massive waste of platinum. Especially, when I'm in 2 levels, I've got more spells to buy. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll work our way through it, Or we'll beg. we'll beg for monies. Please, sir, I need to buy my next level spells. But we're gonna get into Qeynos and find this quest nerd. So for you guys, it'll be just a second. All right, back in good old Qeynos, we're gonna sell first. And then we'll head over to old Edvard. I did look up the quests while I was making my way here, and you get more than just stupid ass books over the other one. You actually get gem inlaid gauntlets, but it's a lot more running around. And I don't need the gem inlaid gauntlets because I am wearing spider fur gloves, which are intelligence, and the gem inlaid gauntlets, although probably look cool because they have like almost like a chainmail look. So it'd be kind of cool, you got these chainmail gloves as a mage. But I don't need them. I can't sell them. So we're going to head to old Edvard, who, oh wow, the interactive map just hard at work here, who's a druid, and I think he's back this way. I think according to the map, I think he's in, like, hanging out in a house. Yep, there he is. Boom. All right. We'll sell it to Mage's Guild first. We'll just sell to my. No, not them nerds. We'll just come in here and visit the guild. It's been a while. Salutations, nerds. Salutations and greetings. It is I, Elminster, your leader. All right. Sinan, I need you to buy my things. How does Sinan view me? Does he view me amiably? He loves me. Okay. 160 platinum. We've made enough platinum. We're going to be absolutely broke. Depending on how much monies we get from old Edvard here. Probably not much. He's probably not like, oh man, you brought me the deep lore of the gnolls. Here's 10 platinum a scroll. If that was the case, people would be some scroll hunt motherfuckers. Okay, we're gonna start with this one and just see how it goes. Well, he gave me a platinum. That was nice. And I 1% XP for. Okay, he's gonna give us a little bit of platinum. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. We'd turn in all 4. I wasn't sure if I could just give him all 4 of them at once. But we got 2 whole % XP. We also got Qeynos Tier, which is +5 stamina. Nice. I'm pretty sure I don't need that. I'm pretty sure. Well, you know what? I just have a fishbone earring that's just giving me 3 decks. So, you know what? We can use the reward. We can. Get a little bit of hit points. Sensational. I love it when it works out. We still got to hit the bank. We're going to be a little bit over. We're right by the bank, so that's good news. Okay, yeah, I think we need to get ourselves a ruby. And to do that, we're going to make our way. I think there's a jeweler shop here in Qeynos, but I think it's in the North Qeynos. So we're sitting at 194 platinum. That's pretty good. That was a nice little haul of platinum. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And we got a level, and we got an earring out of it. All good things. Excuse me, sir. I just want to double check the quest, just to be sure. Yeah, the jewel box. Here we are. Do you sell rubies? You do sell ruby for 141. For 141 platinum, that's probably as cheap as I'm going to be able to get it. Just because I've got good faction with the people of Qeynos. Let's just make sure in the Shovel of Ponce quest that we need a ruby. So we need a ruby, we need a gargoyle eye, we need the shovel, and we need the giant toes. And as it stands, we have the it's in one of these bags somewhere. We got the shovel and the toes. So we're going to need to source a gargoyle eye. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy the ruby. No, we just want to buy one. We can only afford one. Thank you. Thank you for the ruby. All right. We're back down to 53 platinum. Not terrible. Not terrible. Boom. And we'll move this over here. So this is now the XP potion bag is now our Shovel of Ponce bag. And real quick, I'm going to set the faded level to all these to 100 because I forgot to do it. And it's pissing me off that they're fading out. And when I open up my bags, I want to see the damn bags because reasons. Because they're my bags and I do what I want with my own things. And since I got to suffer through sitting here and clicking on each and every one of them and then dragging the faded level from 50 to fucking 100 with my old ass eyes and my old ass hands, You guys are you're gonna join me. You're gonna suffer through it as well. Terrific. Look at us. Look at us. All right. We're all set in that department. So now we need a gargoyle eye. And there's a couple of places we could go to get a gargoyle eye. And of course, out in the Ocean of Tears is an option. That is an option. But I think we could do Mistmore, because they've got a couple of gargoyles just hanging out there. And we could just slap around a gargoyle, get a gargoyle eye, and then, you know, dip out via gate. Where else can we get a gargoyle eye? Also, which is quicker? I'm going to say that probably Mistmore is probably the quickest as far, because we go back to the pots, we drop off at Kelathin or Felwith, pop out, run into the Feydark. Make our way into Mistmore. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do. We're going to gate out, and we're going to go to Mistmore. We're going to beat the brakes off of a gargoyle. I'll see you guys in Feyweird. Oh my goodness. EverQuest is a I've got time kind of game, because I cooked some cheddar brats on the grill earlier today, and I was like, ooh, those babies be calling my name. And, you know, while I'm sitting out there to get mana, I was just like, oh, I got time. I got time. I got time. It's EQ. You know? I got all the time in the world. Well, my guy sits on his ass to get hit points and mana. Alright, so we've got... Uh-oh. I might not be able to get a gargoyle. I might not be able to get a gargoyle. I'm gonna step around past these nerds and see if I can get the other gargoyle. Oh, I just want a gargoyle. I just wanted a gargoyle. Crap. The rest of the gargoyles are inside the castle. So, I may have to barter with these here fine folks. Let's start with hello. Do you guys mind if I snag a few gargoyles? I need one of their eyes for a quest. Fantastic, thank you. So I'm gonna camp the gargoyle that's here. We'll camp out over here. And as soon as we get a gargoyle, we'll pounce and we'll bust his ass. So it's just a waiting game at this point to get our hands on a gargoyle. Hopefully we can get a gargoyle eye, because I absolutely do not want to go to the castle. If it's a toss up between these gargoyles and going to inside the castle, we're going to the Ocean of Tears. Like I'm not going inside that castle solo. That is dangerous territory. So let's get ourselves a gargoyle eye. Hopefully we get one pretty quick. All right, looks like they got the respawns up here already, so we should be getting a gargoyle pretty soon. And it was enough for me to get topped off in mana and get ourselves an eyeball and be about our business. These two little nerds are tough, man. All right, our first victim. Ooh, clarity feels good. Come on, eyeball. Oh, and we're set. We actually got two. All set? Thank you. All right. Now we've got all the things that we need to sound all my bags opening at once. All the things that we need to get our shovel of ponds. And to do that, we are headed back across the world. We are headed into Lava Storm. You guys want to see what Lava Storm farming looks like? All right. Let's go find Vera and get our shovel. Yeah, here we go. Here she is. We found her. We've seen things. We've been places. Hello, Vera. I'm Vera, the Elementalist of Soulsick Row. I guard the secrets of the tools of elemental summoning. If you are a magician, you might be interested. A moment of truth. Don't misspell stuff. Elemental summoning. I hold the secrets. Okay, we want to know about. Tell me. Well, the good news is I didn't hit Q in the process of jumping like an idiot. Okay, we're not gonna be suave about it. Just tell me about the shovel of pounds. You are interested in the shovel. I am interested. Oh. I'm going to leave this in the video. INTERESTED. Interested. Tell me about the interested. the fucking shovel, bitch. What is happening? Shovel. What is, okay, maybe we rehail her again. Elemental summoning. SHOVEL of Key of Pones. The Shovel of Pones was crafted of the Earth Master of the same name. Are you interested in the show? Oh my god, I'm retarded. I am interested in, nope. Interested in the shovel for fuck's sake. There it is. Oh my god, what a fucking trial. All right. I will create a replica of the shovel of pawns for you, but I will need the following components to make it: a ruby, the eye of a gargoyle, a shovel from a magician in Nagina, and the toes of a giant. Bring me these 4 components, and I will construct for you an object of elemental power. Good lord. I need to just stop role playing and just start handing people shit and being like, you just give this stuff to them. You just give them these fucking things. Goodness, here we go. Bum, 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 bum. And the Shadow Men didn't like that. They were like, you don't deserve that shovel. Oh my gosh, which bag is it in? Give me my shovel of pawns. The shovel of pones. The shovel of ponage is right here, offering some strength and intelligence, and should make our earth pet just a little bit stronger. So we'll do a test here. We'll do this, and we'll summon the earth boy. Now I'm so much higher level than him, and it might not matter. You can't have more than one pet at a time. Oh, I have one. I'm so dumb. I got here to turn in the quest and just lost my mind. Okay, he's dark blue to us. All right, go away. Give me the shovel. Equip the shovel. Summon a new one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We are the shovel master. And now he's still also dark blue, meaning he's bigger, he's more powerful, he's better, he's stronger. He's ready to do God's work for us. Yeah, damn. Hey nerds, thank you so much for your patience and continued support. I know that I've been late on video production here lately. Life is just doing its best to get in the fucking way. I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself out there, guys. Goodbye.